Thank you for coming to listen to my presentation. I am delighted to have this opportunity to speak here. Today, I will be talking about the creation of LINE's Japanese corporate font. Before I begin, I would like to note that in October 2023, LINE Corporation merged with Yahoo Japan Corporation and became LY Corporation. My name is Shunya Morita. I am a type designer at a Japanese type foundry called Fontworks. I led the team that created LINE's corporate font. Let me briefly explain about LINE. LINE offers a messenger app, electronic payment, online healthcare, and a range of other services, making it an indispensable platform for many people living in Japan. I hear that LINE is also commonly used in Thailand. LINE Seed Sans is the corporate font that LINE has used for English. To be able to use this corporate font in Japanese, we wanted to create a Japanese corporate font based on the English version. This project was carried out through discussions between three companies: LINE, the Korean type foundry FontRix, and Fontworks. What are the benefits of having a corporate font? I will talk about the role of corporate fonts. A corporate font can be likened to a company's voice. For example, it is effective in service logos. Because LINE has various services, if the logo typeface is unified, all logos can look consistent regardless of who created them. Corporate fonts are also used to enhance a company's identity, such as signage in office and presentation slides. By using a corporate font, a company can create a unified image, both internally and externally. Using existing typefaces for corporate fonts is effective, but customizing a new corporate font to a company's concept can better market its unique identity. In addition to the Japanese corporate font, LINE has corporate fonts in English, Korean, and Thai. By using corporate fonts that convey the same impression in different languages, the company seeks to establish a unified global brand image. Incidentally, the Thai version was designed by Cadson Demak. Before discussing the creation of the Japanese version of LINE Seed, let me quickly explain the basics of Japanese fonts. Japanese fonts consist of three types of characters. The first is kanji. They are highlighted in green on the screen. Chinese characters are mainly used in China, but they are also common in Japan as well. In Japan, we call them kanji. Many Japanese words can be written in kanji. Next is hiragana. It is a fundamental component of the Japanese language that connects one word to another. The last is katakana. Katakana is generally used for foreign words. Aside from these characters, Japanese fonts include symbols and Latin letters. You need over 9,000 characters to create Japanese fonts using the most common standard. While not as many as Chinese fonts, Japanese still requires a large number of characters. Kanji make up 75% of the total, or about 7,000 characters due to time and cost constraints. Many Japanese corporate fonts use existing kanji fonts and redesign hiragana and katakana fonts. Since nearly 60% of Japanese text is written in hiragana and katakana, such corporate fonts are still beneficial for companies. If kanji are also customized, corporate fonts will yield maximum benefits. That is why, in this project, all kanji were created exclusively for LINE. This demonstrates LINE's high level of commitment to its corporate font. Our team of more than 10 members spent 1 year working on this typeface. So how did we create the Japanese version of LINE Seed? The process was as follows. In this project, we studied the characteristics and style of the LINE Seed Sans, which is their Latin font, and then created a Japanese typeface that would match and complement it. Japanese typefaces are typically designed by first creating Japanese glyphs and then creating matching Latin glyphs. In other words, we did the usual process in reverse order. To align with the Latin typeface style, the Japanese and Latin glyphs were compared. For example, we had to figure out how large kanji should be compared to the size of the Latin letters. We considered what size would look natural using the Latin letters as our basis. We did the same with spacing. How much space should be left between kanji characters compared to Latin letters? This was determined using the Latin letter spacing as our standard. Latin letters were also referenced for determining the thickness, as well as various other aspects of the Japanese glyph design. Furthermore, we based our decisions on the conventions of sans-serif typefaces commonly used in Japan. For weight, we just knew that there would be 4 levels of thickness. We created 10 weight samples and considered which would be useful to have. In considering the thickness, we mapped the weight of popular sans-serif typefaces in Japan. We compared and reviewed the preferred thickness and the overall trends in Japan. Take a look at the shape of LINE Seed Sans. One of the features is rounded corners. The curves are also softer than in other typefaces. These characteristics give a warm, friendly impression to the viewer. To create the same impression, the Japanese version of LINE Seed has soft curves all throughout. I have magnified 3 kanji parts on the screen. The one on the right is LINE Seed, and the 2 on the left are the popular sans-serif typefaces in Japan. You can see that the part underlined in green has a softer curve than in other typefaces. These are also kanji parts. You can see again that the curve is softer than in other typefaces. Kanji in sans-serif typefaces have many sharp edges, which can give a rigid impression. By having this curve, softness is added to the character. Hiragana and katakana have fewer parts than kanji, which means we can be that much more flexible with the design. For example, you can see the same character displayed in 6 different typefaces at the bottom. The design can be decided quite freely depending on the concept of each typeface. In the case of LINE Seed, we considered the 3 shapes at the top. All of them are easily readable. We asked ourselves which design is simple and soft, and we decided on the middle design. Through these processes, we created a typeface that would be friendlier than other sans-serif typefaces. We ultimately settled on these 4 weights, ranging from thin to extra bold. They can be suited to any purpose, from large signage to small screen text. Just like LINE Seed Sans, we have designed a typeface that combines simplicity with softness to give an approachable impression. I will show you some examples of the Japanese version of LINE Seed in use. About 1 year has passed since the font was released, and it is already being used in various places. This typeface is often used in banners and thumbnails of LINE apps and web pages, as it is used in places frequently seen by users, such as apps and web pages. The typeface has contributed greatly to creating a unified brand image. LINE has made LINE Seed merchandise, such as a daily calendar and stamps, as well as LINE stickers you can use on LINE's Messenger app. The typeface was also used for a limited-time charity website operated jointly by Yahoo Japan and LINE. I think it was a perfect situation for this typeface with its kindness. There is also a website dedicated to this typeface. You can learn about the thought that went into Seed's design. Search for LINE Seed JP and take a look. This video was also made about the characteristics and aesthetic of this typeface. Since it is only about a minute long, let's watch it right now. Okay. Thank you. This video was made by LINE to promote the LINE Seed. I think it is a good video that contains the LINE Seed's philosophy. This font can be downloaded for free from the website to your computer. Anyone can use this font for free. This is a very innovative initiative for a corporate font. LINE hopes that as many people as possible will use this font. By using this font, anyone can easily create LINE type designs. For example, shops with a LINE official account can use this font to create posters for attracting more followers. As this font becomes increasingly utilized, it will help promote LINE's brand identity. It would be great if the font becomes more than a corporate font and is widely adopted. I am grateful to LINE and FontRix for letting me be a part of this wonderful project. I expect that seed will sprout and become a forest. Thank you very much. ขอบคุณครับ